MES College, Maramballi, e-learning.
Hi all, I am Ashwati Suresh, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, MES College, Maramballi. Here I am going to give a few words about our existing and new tax system, GST, otherwise known as Goods and Service Tax. I welcome you all. So, before I give you a definition, I would like to give a small explanation about GST. It is a tax which is based on the principle of value added tax. It is an indirect tax levied on the supply of goods and services within India and aims at making the country a unified common market. The law emphasizes on voluntary compliance and on account-based reporting and monitoring system. It follows the unique ideology of one nation, one tax. So, here I am giving an definition about the GST. It's a comprehensive multi-stage destination-based tax that will be levied on every value addition. As we can understand that it is based on mainly 4 points, that is comprehensive, multi-stage, destination based and value addition. So I would like to explain all these 4 points. First one is comprehensive. It is an umbrella under which all the indirect taxes are grouped. The second one, multi-stage. The tax on each stage like purchase, production, warehousing, sales, etc. are imposed. The third point is destination based tax. GST is levied on the final consumers only. And the fourth point, value addition. GST is levied on these values additions. That is the monetary worth added at each stage to achieve the final sale to the end customer. Now we are moving to the features of GST. It came into existence on 1st July 2017. It mainly consists intrastate and interstate. It is a consumption based tax. It subsumes all the 17 taxes under central and state level. The other feature is one tax rate across the country. Next one, no differentiation in goods or services. All are considered under GST. Next point is no tax on tax. It's a concept that under VAT the tax were added on tax so that we can't differentiate the price and tax at a sales point. And the last point, free flow of credit. Next we are going to explain the types of GST. There are mainly 4 types: CGST, SGST, IGST and UTGST. CGST is the Central Goods and Service Tax which is administered by the central government. It replaces the existed central excise duties, service duties, etc. Second one is SGST. It is administered by the state government and it would replace the state VAT, entry tax octroi, luxury tax, etc. Third one is IGST. It is levied and collected by the central government. It is the tax which is imposed for interstate transaction, that is the transaction between the different states, and it is also imposed on the goods which are imported to the country. And the last one is UTGST. This tax is imposed upon the union territory transactions. Now I would like to explain the objectives of GST. In simple words, it is a tax which gives one country, one tax. Second point, Uniform GST registration platform, payment and ITZ. ITZ means input tax credit. Third point is it subsumes all indirect taxes at central and state level. Fourth one, reduces tax evasion and corruption, gives more transparent. Then last point is increase productivity by controlling cost of production. Under GST, we believe that the cost of production is controlled and it leads to price reduction. Now, the advantages of GST. It eliminates the tax on tax. Second point, product identification. We can easily identify which product or service because it is given a code. Third one is one tax. There is a simplified tax system. Then fourth point, decrease in the price of the product due to cost of production reduction. Next point says easy compliance, because it is easy to go upon with the GST because it is very simple. Then next point says only 1 point single tax. As we said, it is a final destination based consumption tax, so that only single point tax. Then next point says reduce average tax burdens, because many of the indirect taxes were subsumed under central and state level, so that it is very easy. The last point says uniformity of tax rate, because it is already specified what products carries what kind of taxes and services also. Then we go to the positive aspects of GST. It abolishes the cascading effect of the tax, create a common market, then it gives a more transparent and neutral manner to raise revenue for the government. Next point says the price reduction due to input tax credit system. Then next, it leads to higher output, more employment opportunities, economic boom and stability. And the last point says beneficial for both economy and corporations due to the reduction of cost of production, making exporters more competitive. It gives a healthy competition and reduction of production cost. I hope you guys got a clear idea about the GST, its positive aspects and how it is working. Thank you so much.